Martin, we're on the eve of the Moldova game, a crucial game tomorrow night and a crucial game on Monday coming up.
Big matches for us, absolutely. First of all, I don't think, as I've been saying all week, can't think at all about the Welsh game on Monday night. We need to win a game, otherwise the match becomes meaningless on Monday evening. This is a game that we have to win, and I think that's been the total focus. Certainly from my own viewpoint, backroom staff and certainly the players have to win this game tomorrow night. By hook or by crook, we have to get in front and then a weekend to prepare for Wales, if that's the case.
Back in September last year, after the draw in Belgrade, you said that this group is going to come down to the wire, and it has done exactly that. Each game has been tough. What type of challenge will Moldova prove tomorrow?
Well, again, tough games. I think everything is tough for us. You know, the games are tough. We got off to a really great start, I must admit. We drew in Belgrade that evening. I think I said even after that game that any side who finishes in front of Serbia will end up winning the group, and so it'll prove that they'll probably go on to do it. Wales are making a spirited recovery from drawing a few matches. I think they still remain unbeaten in their group, and we've lost once at home to Serbia. Our away record has been very, very good. I think that I think because of the start that we had, you know, with 10 points in the 4 games, dropped off a little bit. But I have to say, if you'd said to me at the very, very beginning of the competition that we need to win the last 2 games to force a playoff position, or hopefully that we could do that, I probably would have taken it. And so that's what it is. So talking about Moldova, I think that Wales finally broke the deadlock a couple of weeks ago against them in the 80th minute of the match, and that might give you some idea. They've had a great chance themselves, Moldova, from a corner kick in 65 minutes to take the lead in the game. Could easily have done so, and so it's a tough one for us, but we have to be right and we have to be ready.
With the time difference between Dublin and Tbilisi, we're going to know at kick-off how Wales have done. Will that change the approach in any way?
No, I can't change the approach, no, because regardless of the Welsh game, we have to win the 2 matches. And you know, I think sometimes when that's the only focus that you have, I think that's good. You know, a kind of reminder or reminiscent of the Euros, when we know that after being beaten by Belgium, we had to go to Lille and win the game against Italy. There was nothing else. We had to win the match. And that we did. It was great, which took us into the last 16 against the host nation. And so a similar sort of situation arises here. We have to win both games, really as simple as that. But again, I get back to the very point I make, is that we can only focus on one game at a time, because that's all there is in the horizon.
We've come from behind in games before. We've come back from adversity. The spirit in the team seems to be very, very good, and particularly off the pitch when injured players such as Jonathan Walters now, Seamus Coleman, David Meyler during the summer come up to join up with the squad in a supporting role. What does that say about the squad?
I think it speaks volumes for the squad. I think that there is a great togetherness, and I think that obviously a little bit of success in the Euros has helped cement that, but it was there, it was in existence before. I think when I came into the squad, 4 years ago next month, when I think about it, I think obviously the team lost a little bit of confidence, but I still felt that there was a camaraderie there. You just have to foster that in some aspect. I think that we've been able to do that ourselves. I think that Roy obviously playing a good part, because remember he's of a generation where the younger lads, most of the squad here would have, he would have been a hero to a lot of them in that sense, so it's worked out pretty well. But I think that the players themselves deserve credit for that, because you don't always have to get on with everybody every single minute to form some sort of camaraderie. It's been very, very strong, and I think it has proved itself during the course of the last couple of years that when under adversity, or in adversity, I think that we've come through.
Martin, with new players coming into the squad, there's a feel of a new era upon us with the UEFA Nations League coming up next year, Euro 2020 on the horizon. What does the future hold for you? Because we do know that your contract expires at the end of this campaign.
Well, I spoke to John very recently, and he said on behalf of the board they would like to extend my contract for another couple of years, obviously with the Euros coming up, and I've agreed to do so. Delighted, I've enjoyed it immensely. International football was something that I didn't know whether you get used to or not, but obviously qualification for the Euros made it all worthwhile. And while we're still in this competition also, but as you mentioned, the future now with some younger players coming through, taking over from the old guard who will retire naturally, I think, through old age as much as anything else. I think that it'd be exciting times for us.